we've got major breaking news from both the Premier League and La Liga. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Arsenal's third summer signing is almost done, and it involves replacing a player who's set for a move to Barcelona. Meanwhile, Barcelona are keeping a close eye on a Bundesliga star ahead of a potential move next summer. Major scouting work is already underway. And to top it off, Xabi Alonso has fired back at the Barcelona president after his controversial Real Madrid remarks. The tension is rising in Spanish football. So don't go anywhere, let's break it all down right here right now. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Brentford and Christian Norgard over a deal for the midfielder. Arsenal's long-promised big transfer window is finally kicking into high gear. The Gunners are making serious moves, with Christian Norgard set to become their third major signing of the summer, joining Martin Zubimendi and Kepa Arrizabalaga at the Emirates. Zubimendi arrives from Real Sociedad after Arsenal activated his £51 million release clause, while Kepa ends his 7-year spell at Chelsea following the club's decision to trigger his £5 million buyout. Mikel Arteta is clearly building something serious, and Arsenal fans have every reason to be excited. And Fabrizio Romano has now confirmed that they are also set to sign Norgard for £9.4 million as a replacement for Thomas Partey. He wrote on X, "Christian Norgard to Arsenal, here we go. Agreement done club to club after €11 million proposal sent today. Personal terms also agreed with Norgard set for medical. Brentford have authorized the player to travel. New midfielder to replace Thomas." A report last week revealed contract talks with Partey were on the verge of collapse, despite the Gunners being willing to offer the 32-year-old the exact same wage of £200,000 per week, with Partey asking for an unlikely pay rise. Arsenal did not give in to the midfielder's demands after he informed the club that he will leave if no increased offer arrives. Barcelona are keeping a close eye on a Bundesliga standout as a potential signing for next summer, carefully tracking his performances and progress. The brass at La Liga giants Barcelona are keeping a close eye on the situation of Eintracht Frankfurt star Hugo Ekitike. That's according to Diario Sport, who point towards the frontman as having emerged as a potential transfer target at the Camp Nou. Ekitike, for his part, is fresh off a fine season with the aforementioned Eintracht. After seeing his move from Paris Saint-Germain to Deutsche Bank Park made permanent last summer, the Frenchman quickly set about proving himself one of his new club's standout performers. All told, across 48 appearances in all competitions in 2024-25, Ekitike racked up 22 goals and 12 assists. And such efforts, it would appear, did not go unnoticed on the part of those behind the scenes at one of Spanish football's leading clubs. As per a report from Sport, amid an ongoing search for a long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski, to be signed in the summer of 2026, Barcelona have asked about Hugo Ekitike. If he stays in Germany this summer, he will surely be one of those who will be on the list at the Camp Nou in 12 months' time. Xabi Alonso fires back at the Barcelona president after his remarks about Real Madrid sparked controversy. Real Madrid manager Xabi Alonso has dismissed comments made by Barcelona president Joan Laporta. The Blaugrana chief had characterized Los Blancos as close to power, and Alonso's response will no doubt have brought a smile to many Madridistas. Xabi Alonso didn't hold back when responding to Barcelona president Joan Laporta's latest comments about Real Madrid. Speaking at a press conference ahead of their Club World Cup clash with RB Salzburg, Alonso subtly but firmly shut down Laporta's remarks, which were made just hours earlier at a club event. Laporta had tried to emphasize what he sees as the key differences between Barcelona and Real Madrid, but Alonso clearly wasn't having it, brushing aside the comparison with quiet confidence. What did Joan Laporta say about Real Madrid? In many senses, Laporta was preaching to the choir at his club event. He told MD that Barcelona tend to rely more on their academy than signings, which speaks to the identity of both. Madrid has a feeling of power and we have a feeling of freedom, of identity. They're more into signing players and we have more players from La Masia. Xabi Alonso's response. Hours later across the Atlantic Ocean, Alonso sat down to face the media in Philadelphia ahead of their final group game in the Club World Cup. I imagine the context and I don't want to get into that, but we have a sense of democracy at Real Madrid, of freedom as well, and I imagine they have some notion of being close to power too. It goes both ways, Alonso explained. Xabi Alonso also revealed that Real Madrid were deliberately holding back on using Kylian Mbappe until he's back to full fitness, emphasizing the club's careful planning. Later in the press conference, Alonso took a moment to reflect on what Real Madrid represents globally, drawing from his own experiences as a former player. His words carried weight. a reminder of the club's stature and influence in world football. It's the most prestigious team in the world. Its history speaks for itself wherever you go. And this is what makes Madrid great. And these are factors that help Madrid achieve more, helps push the club forward. It's a privilege and an honor to be part of this club. I will try to achieve our goals and enhance our legend. That's the latest from the world of Arsenal, Barcelona, and Bundesliga drama. Arsenal fans, are you happy with this third signing? Barcelona supporters, do you want that Bundesliga talent next summer? And what do you think of Xabi Alonso's comeback to Barca's president? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single transfer twist this summer. Big drama surrounding Barcelona's transfer activity. As the Catalan giants prepare to welcome a new signing, clubs are already lining up with loan offers before he's even officially unveiled. At the same time, Athletic Club are making headlines by trying to block Barca's move for Nico Williams through La Liga. What's really going on behind the scenes? Let's break it all down in today's explosive update. Barcelona have secured the services of one of the brightest young talents in European football, Rooney Bargi. The La Liga champions will pay FC Copenhagen €2 million fixed, plus add-ons, to sign the 19-year-old winger, who will sign a long-term contract with the club. Mallorca among clubs wanting Bargi on loan. However, even before Barcelona have made Bargi's signing from Copenhagen official, several clubs have already called them about loaning the promising Swedish winger. Indeed, according to Cope Mallorca Hat Tip Sport, one of the first clubs to express interest in the 19-year-old winger are Barca's La Liga rivals RCD Mallorca. The Spanish outfit, managed by Jagoba Arrasate, is keen on a season-long loan deal for Bargi this summer. It must be remembered that Mallorca are already in talks with Barcelona over loaning fringe midfielder Pablo Torre and seem to be keen on taking Bargi along as well. No immediate decision. As far as Barcelona are concerned, the initial plan is for Bargi to split time between the first team and Barca Athletic in his debut season. However, they are not ruling out options that could accelerate his development, including the possibility of a one-year loan. The Blaugrana are in no rush to decide the winger's immediate future. They want him to first go through pre-season under Hansi Flick, who will assess his abilities firsthand. If the German manager opts to keep him close, the most likely scenario is that Bargi trains with the senior squad and plays matches with Barca Athletic, helping in their push to return to Primera RFEF. Barca managed to beat several European giants to sign Bargi and now aim to maximize his potential. They, in due time, will decide whether the best way to achieve that is for him to remain at the club or go out on loan. According to reports, Athletic Club are trying to stop Barcelona from signing Nico Williams by asking La Liga to step in. The Basque club is reportedly unhappy with how the deal is unfolding and may believe there are irregularities or unfair tactics involved. They want the league to review the situation and potentially block the transfer. This move shows just how desperate Athletic are to hold on to one of their top talents, as Nico edges closer to a potential switch to Camp Nou. Barcelona are set to shore up their ranks in the attacking unit by bringing in Swedish talent Rooney Bargi. However, the FC Copenhagen youngster is a long-term investment and Barcelona still remain keen on adding immediate quality to the attacking unit by signing Nico Williams. The club have an agreement in place with the Spanish international, who is ready to join the Catalans this summer. Barcelona will need to meet the winger's €62 million release clause as Athletic Club are not willing to reduce their asking price for the attacker. In addition, the Basque outfit are determined to block the player's transfer to Barcelona. Athletic Club's plan to block Nico transfer. Athletic Club are reportedly gearing up for a direct clash with Barcelona over the potential transfer of Nico Williams. According to Cadena SR, the Basque club is planning to formally request that La Liga block the move entirely. Their president, John Uriarte, has traveled to Madrid to meet with both the Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, and La Liga. His mission: to demand a full audit of Barcelona's financial activities, likely in an attempt to prove that Barca don't meet the economic conditions required to sign Nico. It's a bold move that shows just how determined Athletic are to keep their star player, and how far they're willing to go to stop one of Spain's biggest clubs from taking him. The Basque club's strategy is not to simply accept the payment of the forward's €62 million release clause. Instead, they will formally argue that Barcelona do not comply with La Liga's 1:1 financial rule, which dictates that a club can only spend what it generates. Athletic will demand that the authorities prevent the transfer from being processed until Barcelona can prove their financial compliance. This aggressive stance against Barcelona comes at a time when Nico has reportedly informed Athletic of his desire to join Barca. with the relation between the two teams not at its best. Realizing Nico is dead set on a move away from Athletic Club, the club are ready to take whatever step they can to make life difficult for Barcelona. So, Barcelona's transfer window is off to a chaotic but exciting start. With early loan interest in their incoming star and serious resistance from Athletic Club over Nico Williams, the summer is already heating up. Will La Liga intervene? Will Barca seal the deal? Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest Barca transfer news.